Okay.
I'm very happy because I have the only I Ging expert around the world who knows the future. And
Mm-hmm.
he will introduce me a little bit about the virus because he knows
Mm-hmm.
something what you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Kapil, what do you think about
Okay.
yourself? I think first, do you introduce yourself? What is your story about teaching? Why
Okay.
it's your passion and why you are
Mm-hmm.
the expert on this market?
I see. Okay. Basically, my name is Lim Karbeng. So I would, how should I say? It's better for you guys to know me as KB Lim. So it's much easier. The first letter of my Chinese name. Well, I Ching has been my interest because based on my study days in the Chinese literature, the teacher says, "Oh, this is the number one Bible in the Chinese literature. So if you understand this book, you can conquer the world." I was like,
Wow.
"Wow, that's something that I want to pursue." So from there, I start to learn to read, but well, I couldn't understand anything because it is so in depth, and you need to know some technical jargon uh, the how should I say, of the language
Yeah.
in the I Ching itself. It's just like a language. You need to know the phonetics. You need to know the ABC before you can learn or use that language. So
Yeah.
I Ching have their own set of uh, rules and regulation too. So you need to
Wow.
understand that before you can make use of it. Otherwise, it is just another alien. Like
Yes, that's
for
true.
us, if we look at Egyptian language, it's just alien to us, no? we only know some pictures maybe, but we don't understand them. But there are archaeologists who knows them because they study it. So same for us. If we want to know about I Ching, we need to know about these rules or to understand the language before you can make use of it
Yes.
or to understand it. Yeah.
And what
So,
about your teachers and
mhm.
yes, you was
Oh,
fascinated and afterwards do you
okay.
find somebody who is your
Yeah.
teacher? What is your background about teaching?
Okay. So basically, for me, as I told you, during my middle school, the literature teacher have told me that, oh, this is the number one book I should read. And well, I've been reading it for almost 20 years, and I couldn't understand anything, or rather, I can see what the words is trying to say, but
Mhm.
it doesn't make any sense until at 2006, where I attend a class together with Master Yap Ching Hai to
Wow, with master,
understudy.
yep.
Yeah, yes. So and to understand and to read with him, with our master Huang Jian. So he's the one who actually lead us into the world of I Ching, which from that
So
4 days of lesson, I get to know really in depth what is I Ching itself. Yes.
so you sit together with Grandmaster Yap Cheng Hai in one classroom and have the same teacher.
Yes, precisely.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
I'm really fortunate.
Yes, you're a
Uh,
good luck because I know when we stay together in Lisboa, we have
mm-hmm.
you show me a picture and I was so surprised that my teacher is as well. You sit together with him
Mm-hmm.
and learn I Ching, and I know
Yes, yes.
he had a very deep knowledge about because he wrote as well
Yeah.
some books. But
Mm-hmm.
tell me about your special I Ching teaching
Mm-hmm.
about what you can see, what you can know about the I Ching, especially if I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I have a question about the virus, the coronavirus.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
What can I do, or what? Tell me a little bit about I
Mm-hmm.
Ching and how can
Okay.
I see my future?
Okay. In fact, for I Ching itself is actually to translate our subconscious mind to something that we can read. because sometimes our subconscious mind, we cannot understand ourselves. What is our subconscious mind trying to tell us? But with I Ching, it's a kind of representation that we can have for ourselves and to be able to readable, so we can understand it, and then we can able to use it and to give us a pointer of how it should be and how things will evolve and go on. So from I Ching, we can actually extract our subconscious information that what they want to tell us, and from there we can decide what to do. So to me, I Ching is in a scientific way is to be able to bring our subconscious mind into a readable context or content.
So
or answer.
What do you think? What tells the I Ching especially about the new situation in Europe? About
this. Okay, so basically, I've actually cast how should I say a prediction on this I Ching because we want to know what happens, and from here we have how should I say a hexagram, which is the kun qua is at the top, and the fire is at the bottom. So it's earth and fire. So in a way, earth and fire, yes. So in a way, what the hexagram try to tell us is that it is something which is like put it in the easiest way for understanding. It's like a cloudy day or gloomy day. So we know that the sun is behind, but there's cloud around, which is the virus is trying to make us, well, not able to see the sun, by the way. But we know that the sun is out there. So we just need to wait and stay calm until the sunny days comes along. So this is to me, well, just to stay put, and based on this qua itself, also we need to take care of, well, as the virus attack is on our lung. So we need to be aware of our lung. And based on this year is 庚子年, as you know. Yeah.
Yes.
So yes.
Young metal red.
Yes, metal red. But the red is as water. So metal and water. So the metal itself, it actually hurts the lung sometimes. So in a way, this year we will have a bit of this thing. And if you check that all the 120 years before, because each thing is 120 years. So when you check back the last 60 years, and all throughout the history, this red year, every 60 years is the same heavenly stem, similar.
Yes.
That we call it the 60 甲子年.
Yes.
So every 60 years, if you check, it is quite similar, in fact. So in another word, for us now, we have to take care of our own health just to make sure everything will be just fine. Just need to take note that, well, in this metal and water year, it attacks our lungs, and we have to be more aware. That's what. Yeah.
So I understand you take the year as well, about the months and the day, and you're looking about as well the hexagrams to know which result do we have on the planet Earth, or what is the answer about our question.
Precisely. So this is as a general, because you're asking about the virus. This is in a general, on a world aspect. But in I Ching, to me, is most of the people is trying to talk about what is the problem, what's the solution to the problem that they have. So in other words, it's actually pertaining to each individual problems that they may have. So they could, well, cast the question and then present the prediction. And then from the prediction, you will get to know roughly what it is. And then from there, you can think of a solution that is best for you. Because in every hexagram, there's at least 6 perspectives for you to consider. So at least it gives you some pointers, and you have to decide which is good for you, because it gives you an idea of how to make a good decision. Yeah.
Wow, that's good. So if I have a question about 2 opportunities, that's very easy. If I think maybe I won't have this or this house, maybe I have 2 houses what to choose. Which is the best house? I use my Feng Shui, but you can use at the first step as well.
Yes, yes, precisely.
Yes, it's true.
Yes, it's true. And normally what we do is, okay, you can just say A house and B house. So you can say that, okay, how would I progress, or would I benefit from purchasing A house or not? And then you cast a prediction. And then the next one, you go to B. What will I gain from having house B in the way? So, and then you see what is the prediction, and then you will know roughly which house is better for you. And to me, this is always good in a way that it gives you some perspective of how you should make a decision in that sense. Yeah. So this is this is my way of how should I say, understand and make use of I Ching to help you in the decision making itself.
Yes.
So this is what I.
You can see the whole problems of the world. Especially, it's better to look about your own problem, because you only can solve your own problems, isn't it?
Yes, because no, not really. Because your own problem is something small, and the control part of it, or the factor that affect it, is rather limited, not so much. Like for example, the virus is too much. You're talking about the world, you're talking about the country, you're talking about the medical situation on each individual country. So each country behave differently. So to me, you have to take into that consideration also. Yeah. So to me, I Ching can solve your problem, but when the problem gets too big, you have to consider a lot of factors as well. You cannot just say one question and it take care for the rest. Like I told you, for I Ching is meant for good things. We cannot say that, hey, how about when is the best time to rob a bank? So this is not a good way to use I Ching for, because we have to use it for a good and at a good cause, and for a good how should I say, a good doing, you know. Yeah.
Yes,
That's one thing which we need to know, that we need to go for only for the right thing and for the positive thing. Yeah.
Yes. So it's wonderful. I'm so happy you're coming in September, and you will talk 2 days only about the I Ching. I'm very, very happy, and I think in future we'll have a second interview. Do you agree to have a second interview with me in future?
Yeah, sure. This is just only a beginning, so that I could get to know you guys in Berlin or in Germany. So of course we will get into more regular interviews, and then from there, well, we can do some on the spot talking, or on the spot case study as well. Maybe you can have some audience, or in a small group, then we can have an interview as well. It's not a problem for me.
Well, I think it's a good idea. We do the video on YouTube, and afterwards you guys have to write which question do you have, and then will be the next interview about this question. What do you think?
Yeah, that will be good. Yes, it can be that way. It's a good idea. Then of course we have so many questions maybe, and then we can just choose a few to answer, and well, as it goes, and then we will try to answer as much as possible. And normally in my class, I will normally finish one round of whoever question they have, so that they can have understand individualized case study in a way. So in a way, we need to, and I don't know, maybe after 2 days, you guys say, hey, that's not enough, or we need more time. Okay. And we talk about that later.
Yes, that's a good idea. So we finish this interview, and thank you so much. I think it's wonderful. You write the questions, please. Everybody can write a question what they have, and you will answer. We choose the question which is very interesting, and we make the next interview. Wonderful.
Okay, good.